couple of days later, it was back to work. I hadn't seen it coming, but that was no surprise. It's hard to keep your eye on the ball through the bottom of a glass. I just hoped I could get to Fabiana and Giovanna in time. I knew if I didn't get to the girls soon, they'd be leaving this place with either a price on their heads or a tag on their toes. The doors had been chained. There had to be another way out through the VIP lounge. Rich fools love a private exit. Was a luxury I couldn't afford. Figured this time I'd use the stairs. It was your typical trendy hellhole, a playground for the overpreened and undernourished. Sushi and house music and vodka. A place you don't get through the door unless you're rich, beautiful, or, in this instance, it seemed, a heavily armed psychopath. Poor bastard's name was Claudio. I found out later he was a pretty big shot soccer player for the Galatians, some nearly superstar just back from Europe. The usual. Scored goals, scored girls. The only box he'd be getting into now was the one he'd be leaving in. I remembered there was a patio upstairs. About the only thing I'd managed to clock in that place was the smoking area. One sad old man staggering around an empty party. This was all too familiar. What the hell was I doing? I could see the lobby on the other side. Son of a bitch! another delay I didn't need. This wasn't looking good. I'd almost lost the boss's wife once this week. Now I was giving them two for the price of one. All this unfinished business, and all I could think about was my unfinished scotch.
Don't shoot, por favor.
You an American?
Sure. And a boy.
Happy, healthy ex-cop? Give me a break. It looked loud and expensive enough to be Fabiana's. Her fashion sense didn't leave a whole lot of room for imagination, let alone food. The girl sure knew how to draw the eye, and maybe that was the problem. But at least I was heading in the right direction.
Chega! Que porra você tá fazendo? Como assim? Você tá com algum problema?
Whatever the hell they were arguing about, it was time for me to add my 2 cents. Victor's political campaign was starting to come unstuck. Seemed the Broncos' luck was on the turn. If only that was the worst news they'd received that day. They were still alive, at least. This crew was starting to look a lot like friends of the gatecrashers at last week's party. These guys had...
Acaba com aquele cara já! Me dá proteção, mano! O seu prato foi atingido!
This wasn't the time to be second-guessing myself. I had to hurry or I'd lose them. I couldn't remember the last time I'd done drugs in a nightclub.
Entra! Entra, caralho!
Cala a boca, sua vadia!
Está ali! Cala a boca, sua puta!
They were headed for the helicopter pad.
She's making a run for it! Hey, hold on! Come on, get him off her!
Deus do céu!
right, Passos, get us down there!
Right. I'm headed to the house.
Either way, I needed to find Giovanna before they did.
Isso está ficando vergonhoso! Ela não vale a pena.